Hello and welcome to the All Rookie Podcast. Today is January 26, 2023, and I'm your host, William Harris, aka William is Bill. And today we're going to talk about who is Andrew Nembhard. If you love rookies, you know who he is. If you're in fantasy, you know who he is. But just a general consensus like, where did this guy come from? All of that we're going to discuss in today's episode because he was not a first round pick, not a lottery pick, not a first round pick. He was the first pick in the second round, and he's making a name for himself this year. And he has a great opportunity right now with the Indiana Pacers to make a even bigger name for himself. So today, I figured it would be a great idea to dive into some of these rookies. We're going to start off with Andrew Nembhard, the 6'4" point guard that was the first pick in the second round, like I said, to the Indiana Pacers, who's kind of taken the league by storm. Now, let's just start. He's from Canada, so he's Canadian. A lot of people may not know that, but he just turned 23 years old, January 16th, so about 10 days ago. So he was 22 when he was drafted. So, that's part of the reason why he went in the second round. If he would have been 19, he would have been probably 10, 15 picks higher. But he went to the University of Florida, and his freshman season, he averaged 8 points, 5 assists. And then as a sophomore, he averaged 11 points, 5.5 boards, 3 assists. Then he transferred to Gonzaga, and that really helped his trajectory to get into the NBA. He could have went to Duke, but he chose Gonzaga when Jalen Suggs was pretty much going to be headed to the NBA. And in his first year at Gonzaga, he averaged 9 points and 4 assists. And he was named Sixth Man of the Year in the WCC. And that school was just on a roll with the talent they put out. Obviously they had Jalen Suggs, they had Chet Holmgren. So he went there and had a great opportunity in Gonzaga, a lot more TV time than he would at Florida, because Florida is just an average team. Gonzaga, top 25, top 15, really, every year. But as a senior at Gonzaga, he averaged 12 points, 6 boards, 3.5 assists, was named first team All WCC. And so he was good, but nothing that would make you think, he'll be a lottery pick or he'll be on an all rookie team once he joins the NBA, or even especially light up Steph Curry and the Warriors. He had his best game of the year against the Warriors when he had an opportunity. Halliburton was out. McConnell was out. He had 31 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds in that one game. I mean, that was insane. Coming into the draft, I scouted this guy as well as all the other rookies. And in my opinion, I had him mocked going 42nd to the Knicks. 11, so he went 11 spots higher than I projected, which nothing wrong with that. Normally, guys in the 20 to 40 range, they're all interchangeable. But yes, when he went 31st to Indiana, he seemed to be buried on the depth chart. Like I said, Halliburton, McConnell. I really didn't think he would play much at all this year. Like some other first-round picks and early second-round picks, they have just not gotten the opportunity. Guys drafted before him, buried on the bench, and they had like Dalen Terry, for instance. He was selected 23rd or 17th. I don't even remember right now. I think 17th. He hasn't really played at all. And then you have Nembhard, first pick in the second round, getting ample playing time. It just turns out like that sometimes. So whenever Halliburton would miss a game, Nembhard would light it up and prove that he deserved to be drafted where he was. And now, as we all know, Tyrese Halliburton is injured right now. And so Andrew will have ample opportunity. He's been missing a few games lately because he's a little sick. But once he gets back on the court, he'll share it with TJ McConnell. And he should continue to have some success. Let me tell you my draft overview of him before he was drafted. So coming out of college, when I scouted him, he was 36% from 3, so that was good. His height, 6'4", great. So my scouting observation of him, I wrote down, he had a great crossover, was very quick and blows by everyone. He's a silky smooth point guard that's pretty unstoppable. He's an amazing passer, and that's an understatement. I mean, his coach considered him like one of the best passers he's ever seen at Gonzaga. He has a deadly handle. He can hit the step back J. Great one-on-one player, good three-point shooter, and that's whether off the dribble or spotting up. He's explosive going to the rack, has a killer crossover, great vision. He never seemed pressed, even when he was double teamed. And it was surprising to me that he was a senior because he looks great. Looks like he could have been drafted a year or two ago. And in my opinion, he was the NBA ready point guard. He led Gonzaga to a great season. And, he creates a ton of space with his dribble. So everything will lead you to know that he was a professional point guard. You know what I mean? So now then when he came into the league, still, he only averaged 12, probably 10 points for his career in college. He's a senior. You don't expect all rookie team type of performance from him, but he clearly was capable of that. In my opinion, Jalen Suggs was there the year before at Gonzaga. And then when Andrew came in and was able to play more, he seemed like Jalen Suggs, but just like a lesser version of Jalen Suggs. And that's not an insult because Jalen Suggs was incredible. In my opinion, he was the second best player coming out of the draft last year. That has not panned out for Jalen Suggs in the NBA, but that just goes to show you how good both of these guys were. Some of his success is attributed to him being 23 years old, I believe. He's more experienced than other rookies that are normally 19 and 20 years old. So, in the draft process, like I said earlier, being ages 22 to 24 is considered a negative nowadays. But when you're actually playing in the game, that age and experience is invaluable. And that's partially why Chris Duarte had such great success last year with this same team, the Pacers, because he was 24 years old. So he came in and first game, he had like 27 points. But so right now we're at the halfway point of the season, a little bit past that now. Andrew Nembhard is averaging almost 8.5 points, 3 boards and 4 assists, and 1 steal per game. But those numbers should increase as long as he continues to get run while Halliburton is out and he stays healthy himself. Hopefully he gets over the sickness that he's going through right now. For the most part, Andrew still plays under control. He's a trusty ball handler, great passer, good defender. He leads the offense, moves guys into their spots, gets to the basket whenever he wants, very crafty. So a lot of the same skills from college he's displaying in the NBA. Rick Carlisle, who's the coach, loves him, and he is historically known for not liking rookies. That's a huge credit to Andrew and his play. His teammate Buddy Hield has called him a dynamic point guard. So he's getting praise from his team, from the veterans. It's always good when your veterans like you. He's shooting 37% from 3, 90% from the free throw line, and averaging less than 2 turnovers per game. So there's really nothing negative we can even nitpick on him about right now. You want to see the scoring go up, but he's not a score-first point guard necessarily. He's more about running the offense, and that's what he's doing, fitting right in with Indy, and he's clearly displayed he can score offensively because he's had a couple of incredible offensive explosions this year already. So I can't wait to see what he has in store for us for the rest of the season. And all in all, he has fit right in with this team. And though he will have ups and downs, the flashes of brilliance and control of the game is a great sign for Andrew Nembhard's future. So that's my breakdown on Andrew Nembhard. We'll see who I do next. I believe I'm doing Jalen Williams from OKC, from Santa Clara. And I'll just continue doing these who is ... for these rookie notes for you guys if you want to keep hearing them. So that'll do it for today's episode. If you like the show, you have opinions, feedback, hit me up on Twitter at WilliamSBill, in the comments in YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.